Alright, so as many of you may know, the Buffalo Sabres are on a 12-game losing streak and are dead last in the league. There are a lot of things wrong with the franchise, but let's go through a few of the main things. Number 1, contracts. Ah yes, a guy scores 40 goals in one season for us. Let's sign him to an 8-year, $9 million contract. That should work perfect for us. Don't worry, it's just a down year. He just came off a 40-goal season. He'll be fine next season. Oh, so you're paying him $9 million a year to sit on the bench. You guys are clowns. What about Kyle Okposo, though? He just came off of a 64-point season. Let's sign him to a 7-year, $6 million contract. He scored less points than Milan Lucic last year? Oh, brother. What about Taylor Hall? He's a former Hart Trophy winner. He'll surely save the franchise even though he's been injured nonstop for the past whole career. He can save us, right? Let's give him a 1-year, $8 million contract, and instead of signing 2 solid players and maybe a goaltender that can actually save pucks, let's sign Taylor Hall to 1 year who's going to be injured the entire season. Number 2, the staff. Apparently, this man, Ralph Krueger, is going to be the coach that changes the future of the franchise. This guy must know tons about hockey. I mean, he was the former chairman of a soccer team. Well, that didn't work. But don't worry, your owner is one of the best the league has ever seen. Wait, people are actually protesting the removal of the owner? Even when he does everything he can to help the team? What? Yeah, that was complete sarcasm, by the way. These two phonies don't even care about the people or the team at all. They just want to make as much money as possible for themselves. This is just sad, and don't even try to blame it on COVID. I mean, I know a lot of people won't go to the games because of it, but I think majority of the people aren't even going to the games because you guys are trash. Number 3, goaltending. You guys haven't had a solid attendee since Ryan Miller. But hey, Linus Ullmark is finally having a Oh. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that Carter Hutton is playing like a freshman team goalie right now. And let's face it, Jonas Johansson just isn't NHL ready yet. And you guys could have signed a goalie over free agency. You could have signed Jacob Markstrom or Jacob Markstrom instead of Taylor Hall. Number 4. Defense. Out of your 6 defensemen, you have 1 good defender. And don't even try to say Ristolainen is on the same level as Dahlin. Come to me when he doesn't have a minus 41. This guy is close to breaking the record for the worst plus-minus throughout a player's career in the NHL. Come on, Risto. Do better. And Colin Miller is okay, but he's not going to win you a cup.
But he made it to the finals on the Vegas Golden Knights.
That team made Derek Engelland look like a top 2 defenseman. And honestly, Brandon Montour is the only other notable one. The others are just switching in and out of the minors every game, it seems. And maybe instead of Hall, you guys could have signed Pietrangelo or Krug. Number 5, offense. Honestly, I think you guys have an okay offense, but you guys don't capitalize with it. You should be taking notes from the Capitals or the Bruins. I mean, at least you're not Detroit. Like, what is that? I would say that you guys have 4 solid offensive players and 3 or 2 potentially solid players that can be there. But now that Jack Eichel is out and Jeff Skinner's on the bench and Taylor Hall can't finish his chances, you guys are last in the league in scoring. And maybe instead of signing Taylor Hall, you guys could have signed... You get the point. And lastly, it's Jack Eichel. So, for me, I'm going to go right off the bat and say I think you guys should trade him. He doesn't want to be in Buffalo. He's not going to play like he wants to be in Buffalo. And you also get a ton of cap space off that full cap you guys got. So, I think the smart thing would be to trade him. You get a bunch of prospects, some draft picks. Great for the rebuild. He doesn't want to be here. Just get rid of him. And at this point, I think the rebuild that you guys were trying to attempt to do is kind of over. And I think you guys are entering another one. So I think it'd be smart to trade Eichel to get a bunch of prospects and draft picks. You got Victor Olofsson, you got Dylan Cozens, some solid guys. Rasmus Dahlin, who's also going to be there for them. Some young guys that are great, that are going to really push through for this new rebuild for these young guys that are going to come in, and it's going to work perfect. Heck, who am I kidding? You guys are going to screw up again.